Welcome to the Setting Up for Success class. We are so excited that you're here today. We are going to be talking about the expectations that the school has and how you can meet those expectations. How can you make UTVA work for you and your home and your family this year? We are going to go over the expectations that the school has for each one of our students in a little bit more detail with some tips and tricks during this class. So we're going to talk about ACE again, attend, communicate, and engage. So attend all your classes every day on time, ready to learn, giving school your full attention. Communicate, make sure that when you're in class, you are participating, your camera ready if that's the expectation for your class, that you're responding in chat, and that you are checking your email regularly and making sure you respond if a response is needed. And engage. Make sure that you are involved. Make school your most important daily task. Be submitting your lessons and assignments on time and discussing with your learning coach what you're learning. Now we're going to talk about all of these in more detail, like I said. But now I want you to think about what you expect from yourself. On the next slide, I want you to tell me what you want to see yourself do this year. What is your goal for yourself in school this year?
If you are not doing the live Nearpod, but you're in a live class, please type your answer in the chat if you're willing to share, or take a minute to write it down.
Attend. So what does this mean? This means that you are signing into your student account each day, like walking through the front doors of school. That lets us know that you're here. And then be in your live classes every day, including any small groups that you have or any supports your mentors or homeroom teachers are offering. These are the best ways that we can help you and support you. By having you in those live classes, we can know what's going on and give you support right then. And then access each of your courses daily. Make sure that you're clicking on that class, seeing what is due, making sure that you know exactly what is going on. Let's take a look at your student account so that you are sure you know how to always get into those live classes and attend. When you sign on to your student account, you will see a to-do list with Live Class Connect sessions on the main page. You can also get to this daily or weekly plan that you see here in green by going up to the top and clicking on Plan, and then clicking on Daily or Weekly. You can print this schedule off. It'll tell you all the classes you have, and it's nice to have access to your schedule without always having to sign on to your computer. And then when you do come to sign in, when it says the class, you'll just click on that. It's a live link, and that will take you right into your Live Class Connect session. Make school your first priority. When you are planning your week or your month, make sure that you think about your Live Class Connect sessions first, and that you have a way to keep track of them. So we just went over how you access that on the computer, talked about printing that off, but a lot of people like to have another method to keep track of that. So find something that works for you. If that works well to print that off and put it on your fridge, do that. If you like having a paper planner to write everything down, do that. Some families like having a big whiteboard or a big calendar that they fill out. Some people like to set reminders on their phone, use the calendar on their phone or their tablet. Whatever works for you, please plan on doing that, but have a method that works for you and take a little bit of time to plan each week with your learning coach.
What is your plan to make sure you are always in class? Take a minute to share it in the chat or to write it down.
We have talked a little bit about your Live Class Connect sessions, but that is not where you will spend all of your time. It is your first priority, and then you need to be working on your homework. but that may not take up your full 5.5 hours of school per day. Every one of us has different interests and different ways that we learn, and all of those things can be part of your education. I want you to think about the things that you are interested in, the things that you've always wanted to learn. Maybe you love to read. Maybe you ice skate, or you're involved in football or soccer or basketball or some kind of other sport. Maybe you're learning how to play the piano or the guitar, or you've always been interested in one of these things. Maybe you love to cook or to help at the grocery store. All of these things can count towards your education. There's so much to be learned. Your physical activities can count towards PE, your free time reading, whatever you're reading right now. All of that can count. So think about the things that you want to learn outside of the classroom as well, and include those into your plan. Talk to your learning coach and include that in what you want to do this week, what you want to learn this year, and make it a plan.
Share or write down one thing you've always wanted to learn in school that's maybe outside of the regular curriculum, maybe outside of math or English, or something specific you want to learn in one of those subjects. But maybe you've always wanted to learn pottery or football or something like that. What is that one thing you've always wanted to learn that maybe you could include this year?
Being engaged in school is so much more than just attending. It's coming ready to learn and participating. It's making sure that you've turned off the things that are distracting. So don't have the TV on in the same room that you're learning in. Maybe put your phone away if you have a phone. Um, don't open other browsers and things that may be distracting while you are in class. And then make sure you are asking questions, you're responding to your teachers so that you really are getting the support that you need to learn and to help your classmates learn. You can have a lot of fun in class by interacting with your classmates when it's appropriate, but you've got to be there and engaged to be able to get that benefit. And then make sure that you are completing lessons every day or turning in your work consistently and completing any other assigned programs that you've been asked to do. Let's take a look at how you can engage with your schoolwork. So we've already talked about how you can see your schedule. That's up here at the top. But on the daily or weekly plan down below, you'll see the lessons that you're supposed to be completing each day. Now you can see next to these that there's a little empty green circle. When you have completed a lesson, that will show as complete. It'll have a check mark in it. So this will show you what you have, what's expected of you each day. You click on the name of the lesson to open that lesson and work on it. And then once you're done with it, it will have a check mark to show you everything that you've accomplished. When you click on one of your classes, it will take you into a page like this. So you can see that this is a language arts class, a handwriting and writing skills. So it shows you all the lessons that you've completed, all the lessons that you haven't mastered or that you haven't completed, and all the lessons that you've skipped. So you can get a good idea of what's expected here. And then below that, you'll see each of the lessons listed, and you can click on the name of the lesson to open up and work on that specific lesson. This is an example of what you will see when you click on one of your lessons. So this lesson is for that handwriting class, and it tells you to go and grab your book and work for 10 minutes and then come back and mark the lesson complete. Some of your lessons will be completely online. It will just walk you straight through each step and then will mark itself as complete at the end. In this example, you can see that this lesson has a unit review and a checkpoint. So as you do those, it will probably just mark it complete. You can see at the bottom it says this lesson is complete, and there's a spot for a check mark. So once you've done everything in that lesson, it will mark that as complete. If it's something in a workbook, we don't have a way of knowing that that was done unless your learning coach signs it off to tell us. We can't see the pages that you have written on. So anytime that it doesn't automatically mark a lesson complete, when you get to the end, you'll need to grab your learning coach and have them sign it off for you. The last thing I want to show you that you will see in your student account this year is that K-12 is redesigning the online school. So you'll see down in the bottom corner when you sign on this cute little fox, and it says we're working on a new online school. You can click on that to try it out. So let's take a look at what that looks like. When you click on that, it will bring you into this courses page. Now this has all the same information as what I've already shown you. It's just set up in a different way, and it's what K-12 will be moving to over the next year. So you can try it out right now. You can come in, but all of this works. So you can see all of the classes that you have added. If you click on any one of these little tiles, it will open up the class. You can see your progress up in the corner. So this is all just a fun new way to see all of the same things that I was demonstrating before. Now, if you like this view, you can look at it from this view. If you like the other view, you can go back and see it in the classic view. There's a menu on the left-hand side. It'll have your name up at the top. The courses page is what we were just looking at. And then this is the plan page. So you'll be able to see your Class Connect sessions up at the top, and then the lessons down below, and if you have completed them or not. And then these are live links as well. So you can click on that to be taken into the lesson or the class. So try this out. If this is an easier or more fun way for you to see everything in the online school, then try this way. We will be making the transition over to this in the next year. So try it out and see if you like it. If you like the other way, then stick with that way until we transition over.
If you do not see the option to try this out, it will be available soon. So just watch for it.
We have gone over how to access your live Class Connect sessions, how to complete your lessons, and get everything marked off. So now I want you to consider when you are going to plan to do this. So it's helpful to have a time set aside. Maybe it's every day, maybe it's twice a week, but it's helpful for you and your learning coach to have a plan of when you guys will work together on this. So maybe you check progress every day at 3 o'clock. When you're done with all of your work, you guys sit down together, make sure lessons are marked complete, and you go over what you need to do tomorrow. Or maybe you do this every Tuesday and Thursday, or on Sundays you plan for the whole week, and on Fridays you report progress and make sure all lessons are marked complete. So it doesn't really matter when you do it, as long as you have a plan to do it consistently. Talk to your learning coach, be accountable, and work together. Finally, let's talk about communicate. Get in the habit of checking your email each day. Your teacher or school staff may be sending important things, so make sure that you are in the habit of knowing what those things are every day. And then respond to communications from your teacher and your mentors. They're just reaching out to help. So please look for those, respond within a reasonable time, and we will try to do the same. Ask for help if you need it. If you do not ask, we do not always know if you need help or if you have something going on in your home. So please don't hesitate to reach out and tell us what's going on and what you need. Check school communications on our website. We also use the Flyer School app and social media. So if you want to stay up to date, you can use those things as well. And then communicate to your learning coaches and parents. Let them know what you're learning, what you're struggling with, what you need. Make sure that you are keeping that communication open and tell them about what you learned in school today. It will help you remember it. It will be fun for you to teach. So make sure that you are staying in communication with your learning coach.
We are going to pause the video now for you to take a 5-minute break. So please be back in 5 minutes and we will start this class up again.
All right, we have talked a lot about the details of attend, communicate, and engage. Now I want to talk to you about some tips and tricks to make this work for you, to make school fun, to feel good while doing it. So we're going to talk a little bit about your brain. You can see in this picture that on the left-hand side, it says this is a brain after sitting quietly. This brain is not all lit up. It's not very active. On the right-hand side, you can see the brain after a 20-minute walk. It's super lit up. It's ready to make connections. It's very active. Getting up and moving is very important, not just for your health, but for your brain and for your ability to learn. You are doing online school. You're going to be at a computer a lot. So consider when you're going to get up and move. Consider what that does for your brain and how much more effective you will be at learning if you plan a little bit of time in to move. So we are going to try this out. We are going to get up and stimulate your brain. Get your body moving, get the blood flowing. We're just going to do 2 minutes of movement. So I'm going to set a timer and we're going to start with jumping jacks. So everybody stand up if you're able to. If you're not able to do these exact movements, do whatever you can. Okay, so we are going to start with jumping jacks, 30 seconds, and then we'll move into squat punches. All right, ready, set, go. All right, make sure that you are moving your arms and your legs. If you're not able to stand up, just move your arms or just move your legs. Whatever you can do, just make sure that you are moving. 30 seconds. We got 15 seconds more. All right, how are you feeling? Okay, 5 more seconds, and then we're going to move into squat punches. For squat punches, you're going to drop down and then just punch into the air. All right, ready? Squat punches. Okay, punch however you want. You can punch in front of you. You can punch up in the air. Just make sure you're not punching anybody or anything around you. Punch safely. All right, we got 10 more seconds here, and then we're moving into side bends. All right, 5 more. All right, side bends. Just move side to side. You can do these as big or as little as you want. If this isn't a movement that you love, then add something else for 30 seconds. All right, we've got 10 more seconds here, and then we're moving into arm circles. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, arm circles. Last one, 30 more seconds. Get those arms moving. Put them out to your side. You can do little circles. You can switch to go backwards. You can do big circles. Switch it up. Whatever makes it interesting, whatever feels good for you. All right, we got 5 more seconds here, and we are done. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. Okay, thank you so much for getting up and moving with me. Exercise stimulates your brain. How do you feel? Do you feel any different? I know I feel a lot better. I get a little stir crazy sitting all day. So make sure that you are planning in time to move, even if it's just in little bursts in the day. or if you have a time that you want to plan for 30 minutes of exercise or movement, plan that in. But think about how your body feels, how much more active your brain is, and you'll be a lot better at being able to learn and feel more prepared. There are so many fun ways for you to plan movement into your day. So consider what you enjoy and plan that as a part of your school day. Movement is so important, and that is your keyword for the exit ticket today is move. So MOVE, move is your word for the exit ticket today. Sometimes school or life can get a little bit stressful. So I want you to think about what you are going to do to manage stress this year. Have a plan. Here are a few ideas. Exercise or get up and move every day. What we just did, even for 2 minutes, can help to manage stress. Get outside in the sunshine and fresh air. You could try yoga. You can take slow, deep breaths. This is something you can do even in the middle of class if you're feeling a little bit stressed. For 1 minute, just take deep breaths, 4 seconds in, 5 seconds out, and it will help to lower your stress levels. Eat a healthy snack. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. And do something that makes you happy every day. Maybe it's listen to music, maybe it's talk to your friends. Think about the things that make you happy and help you feel less stressed, and plan for time for those. And then the final piece of advice I want to give is leave room for mistakes. Don't be too hard on yourself, but keep trying. It's okay if you're not perfect. It's okay if some of the things you're learning this year are harder than others, or if you don't always do perfectly. That is okay. Just do your best and keep trying, and don't be too hard on yourself if you aren't able to do everything perfectly every time.
Take a minute to think about one activity that you like to do to help reduce stress or that you want to try this year, and write that down or share it in the chat.
Okay, we've talked a little bit about managing stress and moving your body. Let's talk a little bit about routine. Having a routine is really important. Even though you are in online school and you don't have to get up and get somewhere to go to school, it is very helpful for your mind and your body to know what to expect each day. So have a specific time for school and a specific time for other activities. Make sure that you eat breakfast before school, or have a plan of when you can eat breakfast. Make sure that you're taking care of your body. Get up at the same time every day. This really helps your mind and your body. Go to bed at the same time every day. Did you know that most kids do not get as much sleep as their bodies and their minds need? So make sure that you plan on when you're going to bed, when you're getting up, so that you get enough sleep to be successful and to feel good. Walk away from your computer between classes. You don't have to sit here all day. It can really help if you plan some time to get away from your computer and to exercise. So plan that into your day. These things can help lower your stress levels. They can help you focus. They create structure so you know what to expect. They actually, having a routine has been proven to show that people actually feel like they enjoy their lives better when they have routine, and it helps eliminate bad habits. Maybe you have a habit of staying up way too late reading your favorite books. I used to do that in high school. I was reading the Harry Potter books as they came out, and I would read them all night and then have to go to class and have a very hard time at concentrating. So that's a super bad habit for me. If I had a specific time that I always went to bed, that could have helped eliminate that. Or maybe you game. Make sure that you're planning a time for that, and a time to get enough sleep, and a time to do school. So routine helps with these things. Plan for breaks. This can be an important part of your routine.
When you decide I'm going to do all of my live classes in the morning, then in the afternoon I'm going to do my work, make sure that you schedule a time to take breaks, especially during that work time. Work for a little bit and then step away for 5 minutes and then come back. You'll find that this increases productivity, it increases creativity, it refreshes your mind, and it helps reduce stress and exhaustion and burnout. So you can try, there are lots of studies showing different ways. I really like setting a timer and working for 20 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break and then coming back. So try whatever you think will work for you, but make sure that you plan breaks into your day. The last thing I want you to consider as you prepare for school and think about how you're going to make this work for you is, what does your learning space look like? So I want you to check yourself on this one. You want to make sure that you're in a room with strong internet connection. If you've been having lots of problems connecting, then maybe consider talking to your learning coach about moving to a different space in your house. Minimize clutter and distractions. When my office is clean, I can concentrate so much better. Have a quiet and safe working space. Now, I know that this isn't always easy. Maybe you have other siblings at home doing UTVA, or you have younger brothers and sisters, other things going on. If you can't have a quiet space, then consider maybe ordering noise canceling headphones, or setting up a smart space, something that helps you not have as many distractions and makes it a little bit more functional for you. Have everything that you need close by. Grab a water bottle, pen and paper to take notes. Have that all ready to go when you sit down for school. Keep all of your materials in one spot so you always know where they are. Be comfortable. Know that it's okay to stand up and move in class if you need to every once in a while. Don't be distracting, but if you really need to stand up for a minute, that's okay. Find a chair that works well for you. Everybody's different. Some like an office chair. Some do better on a stool or a hard chair to help them concentrate. Some like sitting on a yoga ball. So find something that works for you. A few other tips to try. Some students listen better if they can do something with their hands. This is not every student, but some students do well if they have something to play with or can do it. So if you're that student, you listen better, then maybe consider having something like that. Keep phones and remotes in a basket. Maybe check them into your parents before school. Once you're done with school or you're on a break, then you can check those back out so that they aren't distracting you while you're supposed to be learning. If you do school in the same room as a TV, maybe consider placing a sheet over that television when school starts, and then removing it to show that school is over and it's an appropriate time to have that on. Take a minute either on a piece of paper or in the chat if you feel comfortable sharing, rating yourself from 1 to 4 on how effective your learning environment is. If you feel like it's a really good, really effective environment, give yourself a 4. If you feel like it has a ton of room for improvement, then you could be a 1. On the last slide, you rated yourself on a scale from 1 to 4 of how effective you think your learning environment is. Now, if you didn't have as high of a score as you would have hoped, if you couldn't rate it as a 4, that's okay. We have lots of ideas of how you can improve that learning environment. So reach out to your teachers or talk to your learning coach about what you think may be distracting for you, or what you think you could use to have a better learning environment. And let's make school be what you want it to be. We've talked about lots of ideas today, tips and tricks for having a great school year. But you are the one who decides overall how this goes. You and your learning coach, you work together with your teachers. We're a team. So consider what you want. Think about that goal you set at the beginning of this class and how you're going to accomplish it. And then make a plan of what you're going to do next week when you start your regular classes. We are so excited to watch you ace this school year.